All right, so once you've determined what your why is, what you are training for, you then want to start to have a look at some more specific goals. And if you're a member of this gym or you're a member of this community, you hear me talk a whole lot about behavioral goals. And when we talk about behavioral goals, we're talking about something just as basic as showing up. So doing the work, if you're getting a specific program done for yourself and there's 4 days of work on that program, getting the program done in its entirety each week is a behavioural goal. If you're a part of our CrossFit community, you might be showing up to 3, 4 or 5 classes a week as your behavioural goal. There is always a lot of emphasis, and when it comes to goal setting, people put a lot of emphasis on performance-based goals. So I want to back squat 120 kilos, or I want to be able to clean and jerk body weight, or I want to be able to snatch body weight. And those goals are great, and when you're using those goals or you're setting those goals, you certainly want to use things like the SMART method, so make sure they're specific, they're measurable, they're achievable, they're realistic, and there's a time frame put on them. But with that, you've got to look at what behaviours do you have to put in place in order to help you get to those performance goals, because those little things and those little daily steps are more important. As we said in the last video, motivation is the thing that's going to get you started, but consistency is going to be that thing that's going to get you to those goals. So being consistent in your behaviour is going to help you reach those performance goals. So for some of us, we spend so much time focused here, and sometimes things change within our life that we don't necessarily have control over, and there may be a lot of factors within those performance goals which are actually outside of your influence, your circle of influence, your circle of control. So when we look at the goals we're setting, those behavioural goals, they're always things that are inside our control. So showing up to class, making sure we're doing our meal preparation each week. We're allocating 15-20 minutes at the end of each class to do the appropriate mobility we need. Or it might be doing extra work that's outside of your program, or for those guys that are getting an individual program. If you're getting those extras to get done, it might be doing an extra set of band pull-aparts. That's what is programmed for you, and making sure you do those little things that maybe aren't necessarily the fun things to do, but they're the little things and they're the behavioural traits that you do in the gym which are going to help you to get to your performance goals. Now, your behaviours have to revert back to what you're training for. Okay, if you're training to be the best athlete you can be, you need to behave like you're going to be the best athlete you can be. You need to be on point with your diet. You need to be on point with the amount of times you're training, making sure you're getting that. If you're training for health and fitness, those behaviours are going to be different to those of an athlete. So firstly, as we said in the first part of this series, you need to really work out what's your why and what it is you're training for, and then from there set behaviours that are going to help you get to or achieve not only your why, but also they're the ones that are going to help you get to your performance goals.